So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you 5 things that you can do in Guatape, Colombia. So most people know Guatape as the place to climb that big rock in Colombia. And while climbing that big rock is on the list of things to do, there's definitely more to do in Guatape than just climb that rock. So if you're taking a day trip to Guatape, here are a few things that I definitely think you should do. The first thing I think you should do is jump off a bridge. Guatape is surrounded by a huge man-made reservoir called Peñol Guatape. This has created a huge lake with lots of bridges. So before we go to Guatape, we made a quick stop to jump off this crazy suspension bridge. It's beautiful, but it like rocks up and down as you walk across it. It's kind of nuts, but we'll see if anybody decides to jump off because it's pretty far down. One little word of caution though, I highly recommend getting a guide that knows the bridges well, so you're jumping off a bridge that is safe to jump off of. My compadres from remote year had a great time jumping off a really high suspension bridge.
Not gonna wait till the morning, because something's gonna change my mind. I don't wanna change my mind. Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for another year. I will walk away from the spotlight for the good life. Come on, turn your hate into poetry, pain into power. Enemies to friends and your minutes into hours. I will walk away from the spotlight for the good life.
So if you're enjoying this video, we jumped off the bridge before we actually climbed the rock. So that brings me to the second thing to do in Guatape, and that's climb the big rock. Piedra del Peñol is a giant granite rock just southwest of Guatape. So we're gonna be climbing in the rain today, but it's covered, which is good. You might recognize these two. Dan was my roommate, and Nikki was the creepy stalker fan from the Machu Picchu video. So in order to hike, you gotta purchase a ticket. So just like anything else, it's been commercialized, you can't just climb to the top, but it is what it is. The climb is pretty easy. It's a little bit over 700 steps. All right, so we've done 500 steps, so we're more than halfway, I'm assuming, if it's 750. And the view just right here is amazing. And if you decide to make the climb, you'll be rewarded with 360-degree views of the reservoir, and some people refer to it as the most beautiful view in the world. If you agree with that assessment, please comment below. So at the top of the bar, you can celebrate with a cerveza and reggaeton if you want. The third thing I recommend doing is exploring one of Colombia's most colorful towns, Guatape. There's a charming old world church. There's all the colorful buildings. There are shops, you can enjoy Colombian coffee. This is one of those picturesque towns that you see in the magazines that's just awesome to explore. The fourth thing I recommend doing is going wakeboarding. The calm, warm waters of the reservoir make it perfect for wakeboarding. This was everyone in my group's first time wakeboarding, but we were all able to get up and show our stuff out there on the reservoir. After we wakeboarded for an hour, a 6-year-old local Guatape kid jumped on the wakeboard and made us all look ridiculously bad. But it was awesome to watch him do his thing.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on a lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze come freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go.
And the last thing I recommend doing in Guatape is to overnight in one of the cool villas. There are villas all over that area, and most of them have a great view of the rock and the reservoir. So we're staying the night in Guatape, and we have an awesome view of the rock we climbed today. We stayed in a pretty cool villa. It was set up kind of like a hostel, but like a fancy hostel. It had a pool, an awesome cabana, and we were treated with the most awesome meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I highly recommend, if you have the time, staying overnight in one of these villas in the local area. So those are the 5 things I recommend. If you've ever been to Guatape and you have other recommendations, please comment below. Thanks for watching. My name is Kevin. I spent 20 years in the military. I retired, became a corporate lawyer, and then I quit my job because I got tired of my 9-to-5 to travel full-time. I make these weekly videos documenting my adventures, so if that kind of content interests you, please subscribe below. And if you're enjoying this video, please hit that thumbs up.